Okay, I don't know what part of this you don't understand, but when I uploaded my Eileen video plus blog, um, Miss Purr came over and just started immediately yelling at me, cutting me down, and well, yelling implies volume, and I don't want you guys to be taking, cheap shots about that word. So I revoked that word, but she was attacking me on a personal level, questioning my feminism, telling me I play games, telling me I cater to misogynists, I have no spine, I'm not allowed to use her name, which actually was an accident. I was kind of meant to put her screen name, not her real name, but stuff like that. A bunch of cheap shots, and not how you treat a friend. Then she went to the blog and came back and was like, "You're talking about my life," and it was basically the tactic of a bitch on wheels bully. How dare you? Now, even if you put that aside and say, no, 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 she's genuinely upset. She's genuinely upset because I have a line in my blog regarding why it's important to her. How did I learn that? She had it in a video. So I was just reiterating, there's the subject of prostitution's close to her, and the abuse of prostitutes is close to her, and I had one line in it. She didn't like that, so because I considered her a friend, I went and removed it. I also apologized. Was like, well, my apologies, Shiremith Purr. But as I'm looking over the comments, I was like, you know what? Fuck you. You're blocked. I mean, how do you treat someone like this? And that's how it went down. And she reiterated it. I mean, I'm sitting around stroking male ego all day, etc., etc. So, Doll Snatch, stop trying to rewrite history and stop bringing up a bunch of bullshit that doesn't matter. Like, if someone sees my side of it, they get to be called a boo-boo apologist, which is irrelevant and makes no sense. And guess what? You're being a nuke apologist. I mean, it's just so stupid. Grow up. Okay? If you guys treat me like this, you are not my friends. How hard is that to figure out? Piss off. I'm not going to argue with you about it. You two treated me like shit. And then, I don't know, I'm not acting like a victim. I'm telling you to piss off. Okay? If that's me being a victim, I don't care. Okay? But you're clearly not friends of mine. Also, when you put something in a video, like this particular thing happened to me, this is why it's important to me, and somebody takes that within that context and puts it in a blog, if you're a friend of that person, you can ask them, you know what, it bugs me now that that's out, I don't want it to be out more, because we're in a very abusive environment, blah, blah, blah. These people can't handle information, so take it down. Okay, that's what friends do. But if we're not friends, and I'm a stranger, I can write whatever the fuck I want in my blog. It's going to be a reflection on my character if I mischaracterize her. But whatever the case, the only reason she had a say about what was in my blog is ironically because we were friends. Isn't that correct? Isn't that correct? Because if we're not friends, she doesn't get a say. It's only because of that arrangement. Because she made a video on it. The only thing you could do is argue. Like, okay, I made a video on my life, and you're mischaracterizing it in your blog, therefore I don't like you. If we're strangers, I mean, you could see that going down. That's how it would be a reflection of my character. But this whole notion that she gets the privilege of a friendship but then gets to treat me like shit is nonsense. And this whole notion that somehow I'm not behaving in the right manner at this time. Why? I'm sorry, what have you people done to demonstrate that you're my friends? You're not. You're not. In fact, you go the other direction and you attack me personally. And you attack my feminism. So, piss off. And, I don't like people approaching me with lies either. So I don't need people trying to come to me and go, well, I think we need to patch things up here, and I think Iremith Purr, she really wants to patch things up, but needs you to do it first, and blah, blah, blah. Stop lying. You don't know what's going on. And just nobody needs to try to, quote, fix this, especially when you're lying about it. Lying meaning you have no idea what's going on, and you're just going to make shit up because you don't like the bad blood or whatever. And I don't really have bad blood toward her. I mean, in ways I do, in ways I don't, I'm objective about feminism. And the sucky part is that if, like, she makes a video that inspires me to make a video, I don't do it anymore because it's just awkward right now, and I don't want to deal with that. But I would love to talk about the significance of street harassment and bring people into reality when they make strange statements about equality, and bring all that into reality. I mean, I was inspired by her video on that, but it's just not right. I mean, I'm just not going to be, involved, because it's just, I don't know. I mean, as soon as I put up the Eileen confession, which could be argued with, and I knew it when I put it up, that there were points against that. And I knew that Iremith Purr had said, I don't believe her confession. And I didn't know of the other video, but I did realize there could be other circumstances here, but I put it up. And my blog is basically about why she had so much anger expressed in her title, whatever. And that's my right to do that, especially if we're not friends, which is much better for me because, I didn't deserve the attack that I got, neither on my feminism or my person, And if I was to care very much about missing children, if I was to care very much about missing children in traumatic accidents, and somebody had one line in their blog saying, well, Teresa has been in a situation where she had a missing child in a traumatic accident, and that's why it's so close to her heart. That would be the equivalent, because these same slime balls are trying to bring up my son's near-death accident as some kind of hurtful thing. And all of what has come at me has been to hurt me or damage me, And we're Gray, saying things to Gray that would hurt or try to hurt or damage him, because he's a friend of mine. It's just cheap shots and trying to damage people, hurt them emotionally. It's not right. And that's the way it went down, That's the way it went down. I put up the video and she came over and attacked my feminism. I reasoned with her. I responded in kind. And I apologized and removed it and went on. And then I went back and read. She was really attacking me. And she didn't respond to me after I apologized and removed the line that would have offended a friend. Which I was under no obligation to do, even from the standpoint of ethics. Or because she didn't come to me and say that hurts my feelings. Oh, by the way, this is an important key factor too. She accused me of using that information for some kind of agenda. Everything she said to me was like, you are a rotten human being. Your feminism is rotten. You play games. You used my personal information. I mean, it was bullying, And what else are the messages there other than you're a rotten human being? You know, you're using this. And it was a little bit ironic because she admitted that she was using her title to get a shock value or whatever. And I wasn't even, I don't know, you can see by my blog, you can see exactly how I reacted to her video. I mean, I wasn't like, "Oh my gosh, feminism needs to be saved from Nuke." It wasn't like that at all. It was very diplomatic. You know, I understand where she's coming from, and it's a little bit more appropriate to be on the angry side when it comes to prostitution and Johns and things like that than it is to be, you know, oblivious. So, and these are the types of things that it's clear what my positions are. And it's clear how I feel about that. And it's clear that I was more on her side than not, especially on an emotional level or on a personal level. And what I got was an attack on like almost every level of my person. My feminism and intentions. Like I have this evil intention to use something. You know, and you go read my blog and tell me if I had it's trying to use something or whatever. I don't know. She didn't really make any sense. Now, if you're gonna claim, well, she went overboard because that information about her life had triggered her, that's bullshit because she was doing it before she saw that. And even so, she had ample opportunity to not keep characterizing this inappropriately. She could say, yeah, I attacked you as a person and I was in the wrong. But it's not like that. It's like this reiteration of, well, you did something unforgivable. So therefore, no, I mean, basically, you guys have made it clear that you don't like me in what you say. So you can piss off. I don't know how much clearer to make that. You know? In Doll Snatch, I don't know how much clearer to make that. Are you going to reiterate to me again what a piece of shit I am? And so therefore what? I'm supposed to just accept that and go, okay, well, now that you've convinced me I'm a piece of shit, I guess we're all friends now? What is the resolution here? You guys don't make any sense, basically. The things that you said about me not only are not true, but it's not something that a person that likes another person says to another person. Are you getting it? You know? So you guys need to piss off. And if you're just going to continually try to hurt me and my friend and things like that, I mean, that's on you. I don't know how you live with yourself doing that. You know, that's why I say Nuke is a stupid bitch, because she was being stupid and she was being a bitch. And that's true. Tell me that's not true. Tell me I didn't act like a stupid bitch, because you did. You know? I mean, I don't know. I guess if you made a mistake, the type of mistake that you made when you came at me like that is it's a mistake of having absolutely no respect for me. So it's one of those weird things. It's not like, oh, well, I was wrong. I mean, if you were wrong, do you just suddenly have respect for my feminism now? You were lying, so when you get angry, you lie and you lash out and you lie to people. I mean, I know people do that. But that is what would happen. That's why I told you guys, hands and knees crawling over a broken glass, which is probably what it would feel like to you, you know? All the stupid, fucked up shit that you said to me because I put up Eileen Wuornos' confession, you know? So I'm going to link to the blog, and there is one line that is removed that gives a detail about what I was talking about why it's important to her. That's all. And I gave you the analogy regarding my life. So you guys can assess that. I'm really sorry that I have to make this video, but people need to stop PMing my friends and just piss off. Okay? And I told you, you don't want me to do videos on this, alright? Let's just drop it.